This week, a hot new bombshell.
After bombshell after bombshell.
Bombshell.
A lot of stories were
revelation.
tracking, including an absolute bombshell.
About a bombshell.
There was a major new bombshell.
Unbelievable.
Bombshell conversation.
Reality Bombshell.
Hello and welcome to Reality Bombshell, the comedy podcast that investigates the not true crimes of your guiltiest pleasures and examines reality TV through a true crime lens. I'm Ariel, my pronouns are she, her, and I'm your resident reality TV historian.
I'm Ben, my pronouns are he, him. I'm the skeptic turned co-conspirator. Together,
we follow the clues, unpack the drama, and cover all things reality TV one case at a time. What are we talking about today, Ben?
We are doing, this is our first reality TV book club episode.
Yes, woohoo! Very exciting.
We're readers.
We're getting academic.
Yes. So we are talking about Heather Gay's memoir, Bad Mormon.
Yes.
I knew nothing about this woman prior to this, pretty much. So this was illuminating for sure.
Yeah, I read it probably about a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Okay.
Because honestly, I'm not one to read reality TV stars' books.
Sure.
Because
it gives you too much. A little too much info on them.
Yeah, and they're just not, like, quite frankly, like, good.
Yeah, fair.
But I knew that this one would give, like, some illuminating details about the Mormon church. So that is why I dug into it.
You can say that because
yeah, it really did.
She, like, fully...
She spilled secrets.
Right.
About
Mormon... Like the Mormon church, are not supposed to be
spread
around.
Yeah, exactly.
So that alone was worth the price of admission.
Yeah, I agree. What are your overall thoughts?
Yeah, it was interesting. I mean, there were parts of it I could have done without.
Yes.
Let's get into it. I mean, like, there was a lot of my takeaway was like about her. She left the church, but prior to that, her divorce was like a large portion of the book.
Yeah.
And
Billy sucks.
Yeah, he was not great.
Yeah.
They just like ran into marriage, which like is not uncommon for Mormons. Exactly.
Yeah.
But the immediate aftermath of her divorce was like pretty interesting to me because like in my head I maybe judged her a little bit for like having small children and going out and partying and living her life, which she hadn't had the opportunity to do. And then I thought about it and I was like, no, like
she had not had the
opportunity to do that, like
right. On season 1 of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, she even says to her daughters, like, I want you to party, I want you to do all the things that I didn't get to do, I want you to have sex, I want you to get your heart broken.
Totally. No, that's knowing that context now from the show is like super interesting.
I think it's pretty clear that she clearly had reservations about her faith from early on.
Totally.
That just were like kind of deep seated.
Yeah.
And I felt like she didn't even really like handle those or process those when she was writing the book either.
Absolutely not.
Like she was still like almost apologizing for things and still kind of indoctrinated. But from watching her on the show as well, you can feel this like regret she has that she almost feels like she's wasted her life in this religion.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were several moments of like religious trauma that stuck out to in my notes. There were 2 times where I was like, her dad, there's like hate crimes with her dad and the undergarments.
Yeah.
Like,
when he was her like coach or something.
Yeah, the soccer game. Yeah.
I
was like, whoa. And it happened again at like a parade, I think.
Right. Well, I remember one thing that stood out to me. She like ran into somebody from the church in public and referred to them as like sister or something, whatever they referred to.
Yeah.
And her parents were like, don't.
No, this is weird. Yeah.
Yeah, like, and it was almost like, because she didn't grow up in Utah. She grew up in Colorado.
Right.
So, because...
And she lived in California for a little bit, too, I think.
Yes, to find her husband, I believe.
Yes.
If they lived in Utah, it probably wouldn't have been that way because they would have been in a society that was surrounded by people like her. But it was like they were trying to, like, be steadfast Mormons, hold true to all of that,
but also
but
assimilate to the rest
also
of the
assimilate
world.
and like hide at the same time, which is crazy. I feel like that goes against. Of course, she's confused.
Right.
Of course,
And
she's questioning her religion.
The same thing came back later on. There was like a moment where she was in the car with her daughter, and her daughter was going into work and wearing a cross, and she took off the cross because she didn't know if her boss was Mormon or not.
Right.
And Mormons don't wear crosses.
Right. Which is wild.
Which is wild. Yeah, I didn't realize that until she mentioned that in the book.
Yeah, right.
But it was so interesting. Like that was indoctrinated into her, and then
kind of
passed down
to
into
her
her daughter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I didn't know about garments until I read this book.
The whole scene, like in the with all the secret rituals.
Oh my God, where she's like looking around for someone to like make eye contact with her to acknowledge how insane it is.
Yeah.
And they're all just in it. And what I remember reading this and being so blown away, they don't even talk about it or debrief about it.
No.
It happens in the temple, you go home, you don't talk about it again.
Yeah. And it's basically just like they watch a movie, essentially. Like
right.
They watch a movie and like a little play,
right,
little skit, and like that's
I can't imagine like not talking about like whatever
crazy.
dumb shit my rabbi said at synagogue with my parents. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or how great they were. Either way, one way or another.
There's
Even
some sort
like,
of
that sermon was awesome.
Right.
Like, how do you not?
As somebody who went through a fraternity ritual, it
exactly.
was giving me flashbacks.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say at the beginning. I can't imagine. I mean, you can't even share like fraternity rituals and secrets, right? Imagine writing a whole tell-all book about it, except your fraternity is millions of people and like a organized
nationally
church
recognized religion
that has a history of like abuse and like
correct
bad behavior.
Yep.
Bold of her to do. Yeah. Actually, I don't know if this came up in your research, but the LDS Church like sued Heather.
I did. Yes.
They had a copyright issue. She was not allowed to sell merch that said Bad Mormon on it.
Whoa, okay.
So they didn't even have an issue with her writing the book. At least not like a legal issue.
Sure.
I don't know if they could have, but they had a legal issue with the money she was going to make off of the name Mormon. Which, I mean, come on now.
And there was a whole thing with, she tried to leave the church, but her name is still
still in the ledger.
In the ledger.
Yeah.
So like they
you have to
still
like formally like legally sign documents to get your name removed.
Right, but it sounded like Mormonism still wants her in because she is she
makes money.
Exactly.
Yeah, she makes a good amount of money.
Yep.
And she has been making a good amount of money
Correct.
from Beauty Lab and Laser.
Right.
Which she like strangely inherited.
Yeah, that was interesting. That her whole business acumen.
She's a very good businesswoman.
Yeah, I mean even when she was on her mission.
Yeah.
That part was crazy. Because like she
did
Doctors Without Borders with no medical training.
Right. I obviously I didn't know anything about missions before reading this book either. I didn't realize that it is 7 days a week.
Yep.
Like 8 hours a day.
Yep.
And you're just like going in and I mean, there was a story she told where she like realized that she was upsetting people.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, like, imagine spending 2 years in the south of France, but you can't, like, do anything.
But she was, I mean, again, she was, like, no medical training, doing Doctors Without Borders, prescribing pills, and then she was also, like, hoarding some of the pills.
Right.
Like, she was doing plenty.
Yeah,
she was doing plenty out there.
But, like, to go to a movie and be like, if someone finds out I'm at a movie theater, I'm going to get in so much trouble.
Right,
yeah,
that's fair.
Crazy.
Yeah, that was insane. I mean, her marriage, the whole marriage was...
I mean, textbook Mormon.
Totally. And they kept, every time she was unhappy, they kept popping out kids to see if, like, that would fix stuff. And of course it didn't.
Of course it didn't.
It
and the fact that she
does.
didn't even think that he would actually divorce her.
Right.
Because that's not what you do in the Mormon church.
And eventually she was, like, kind of pushing towards divorce.
But I don't think she would have ever named it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it just kept fizzling forever.
Yeah.
And it just never went anywhere.
I mean, they were clearly friends before they got married, right? Like, she's mentioned they would spend hours, like, talking and stuff like that.
Right. It just didn't seem like they knew each other that well.
They didn't know each other. And then the second they got married, they had nothing to talk about.
Right.
It's because they were hurtling towards marriage with the sole purpose of having sex.
Correct. Which is Mormonism /
purity culture in general.
Exactly.
Yeah. The purity culture stuff really blew me away.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
She had a lot of musical quotes.
Yes. Yes.
Like just quoting like song lyrics throughout the book.
She's a lot of
randomly.
contrived metaphors that were just... I like Heather a lot.
Yeah.
I don't want to, like, bash Heather.
Sure.
Not everybody should write a book.
I agree with that.
My initial reaction to it was, like, she wanted to seem like someone that should write a book.
Yes.
So she wrote things that she thought that someone that should be writing a book would
should
write.
There. Yeah, that's
but
fair.
In reality, it ended up just feeling tacky.
Correct.
Yeah.
She put a few too many in there. I feel like if there were one or two, it would have been fine.
Like the fence metaphor in the beginning, where like do you remember that? Like it was like her parents wouldn't let her outside. They fenced off their yard or whatever, and then she realized the fence was there to protect her.
There was the curtain metaphor when she was cutting holes in the curtain.
Right.
That metaphor was like,
okay,
I don't think you actually did this.
Yeah, right.
Her whole like all of her run-ins with reality TV later in life, like her friend who was on The Bachelor,
right,
and then she threw that party, she threw the baptism party for her daughter, like inspired by Kyle Richards' white party,
which is crazy. Yeah,
and then like she starts.
She's now Kyle Richards' like peer.
Right.
Almost.
Exactly.
I mean, you could argue she's like a step below, but they're like effectively coworkers.
Sure, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the eventual like Avengers forming of
exactly.
of Salt Lake City Housewives, like
pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Her business acumen definitely really stood out to me. She's very she's ambitious.
Yes,
but is only as ambitious as she feels she's allowed to be as a woman, as a Mormon woman.
Totally.
Like, I mean, can you imagine if she were just like a born and raised New Yorker? That
she
like
would be
that
unstoppable.
business savvy that she has, like I mean, her like boudoir stuff, her general
and she just
photography
changed
stuff.
Industries, like
It's like everything
pretty
she touched
easily,
turned to gold.
pretty much.
But she didn't feel like she could actually like do more than what she was like, quote unquote, like allowed to do.
Right. And the college stuff too. Like she went to college. She was going to go to college for piano performance.
Right. That's right.
And then she wound up like placing second in an entrepreneur award, and she lost to, it was somebody that like, I think it was like 1-800-CONTACTS was the first.
That's
winner.
crazy. Yeah.
No,
she really like it. If imagine what she would have accomplished if she were not Mormon.
Totally.
Yeah.
She would be unstoppable.
Yeah.
It's very interesting to me that like the whole Beauty Lab and Laser thing started because somebody called out her Botox.
That's right. Yeah.
Like, essentially told her she got a bad.
Well, that's so Mormon.
Botox, thing.
Attaining perfection is a Mormon pastime.
Totally.
Yeah.
And as we get to the end, like the leaving the church stuff, and then the whole like her business partner's brother.
That's right.
Dying by suicide.
Yeah, that's right.
And then they started this whole suicide prevention.
Right.
Foundation, and Heather in the book says like suicide is super prevalent in the Mormon community because they probably have to hide large parts of themselves and assimilate to this.
More. That's, super interesting.
But like the end of that chapter is like Heather saying she relates to, and she's going to, that was her motivation to do the Housewives.
Yeah, a little.
It was a little contrived.
Yeah. Not great.
Yeah.
You could tell that she's struggling between not feeling comfortable with her religious background and trying to like break from it, but also still loving her parents.
Yes.
And trying to separate the two, not blame them because, well, they're also indoctrinated.
Right. Which
but
is, like we keep
coming back to that. Yeah, like who is to blame there? And you can't
really blame anybody. It's,
right. It's the people at the top.
Right.
It's Joseph Smith.
Yeah.
She's clearly like battling, wanting to hold her family accountable for like putting her through this, but also still like loving them.
Right.
Like trying to reconcile like how can someone that wants the best for me like put me through this.
Really tough.
Right. That's got to be like Cult 101.
Totally.
Yeah.
Overall, I mean, like, pretty interesting book. Just wish it were wrapped in a different package, I think.
Yeah. The like 5 sections of like bad Mormon, bad daughter, bad housewife. I mean, it was interesting. I think as housewife books go, it's probably up at the top.
Sure.
I mean, I haven't read any of the other ones, but I would imagine it's pretty high
probably,
up there.
yeah.
And she does have a follow-up book called Good Time Girl. But I haven't read it yet. Maybe we'll do that next.
Yeah, maybe that'll be our next reality TV book club.
For this podcast, I will make my way through reality TV books.
Yeah, let us know if you like these reality TV book club episodes. Maybe we'll do some more of these.
Yeah, give us some more ideas. We can announce them and you can read it along with us.
Perfect.
That'd be great. We can have a little Reality Bombshell book club.
There it is.
Yeah. Reality Bookshelf.
Reality Bookshelf. There we go. Thanks for listening to this mini-sode of Reality Bombshell. You can find us everywhere you listen to podcasts. If you're new here, take a look back through our back catalog, pick your favorite franchise and listen through. If you love this Heather Gay mini-sode, we've got plenty of Salt Lake City housewife drama that you can follow along with. Remember to follow, rate, leave us a review, and set your podcasting app to automatic downloads.
If you leave us a review, I'll read it on the pod and give you heaps of compliments.
There we go. You can follow us on social media, all social media platforms at Reality Bombshell. Reach out to us at realitybombshell@gmail.com with your favorite reality TV crimes that you want to hear covered on the show. A big thank you to Isaac Tobe for our theme song and Tim Scholes for our logo. And that's it for this mini-sode of Reality Bombshell. I've been Ben.
I've been Ariel.
Bombs
away.
Reality Bombshell.